All right, you guys, I'm back on. We shouldn't have any of those freezing. And I want to get back on because I know that, Saturday we're doing a deal or no deal Saturday. And this morning I was having some trouble with my iPad. So I apologize. And I know some of you guys, have been waiting for this day where you can bring your deals to me. And then I'll help you analyze it live and evaluate it live to let you know if it's a deal or if it's a no deal. And I feel so bad that I wasn't able to do it this morning. And as I was trying to come back on the second time, there was only a few of you, and so I want to try the third time because today is your guys' day, and the channel the channel couldn't grow to where it is today if it weren't for you guys. So I want to give back. I want to make sure today could be your day, that I want to be able to add some kind of value to you, and also too is help you guys out with your deal as much as I can. So let's see how many people we can get on. If we can get enough people on where you guys want to bring your deals, help you guys analyze it live right now. But if we don't have that many people on, then I'll just have to get off, and I'll just have to apologize and then come back on to you guys the next Saturday. But I know some of you guys been waiting for a Saturday deal or no deal, so you can bring your deals to me, and then I can help you guys analyze it live. So we got 2 people on, and it's been a minute, so I don't think it's a good time. So we'll wait a little bit and see where you guys, how many people we can get on, and see if you guys have any deals that you guys are working on, and then I can help you guys analyze it. So we'll have to wait and see. So we got 2 of you that are still watching right now. I think this might not be a good time then. We'll just have to try back again tomorrow. On earlier day, or I'm sorry, earlier time. But I really want to add some value to you guys. If we don't have, I guess this is not a good time, you guys. It's been like 2 minutes, and we only still have 2 people. And you guys don't know, you guys don't even comment and let me know where you're coming in at. So I guess I'll just end the live, and then we'll start again tomorrow for a Q&A Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. So if you guys can make it, that would be great. And maybe also choose, maybe I'll take 30 minutes or so to analyze your deals. But it seems like we're not having anyone on. We're not getting any luck. So I guess around 3 to 5 Pacific Standard is not a good time. But if I do it early in the morning around 10, then it is a good time. That's when I can get more of you guys onto the channel or to tune in. But let me see here. Oh man, 2 of you are really are still tuning in. But anyways, you guys, I think we're just gonna end it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. No problem. Thanks for all the content. Nesm, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Coming in from SoCal, California, SoCal. How's the market over there? Because I felt so bad. I felt so bad this morning because, we got a bunch of you came on, and a bunch of you, was wanting to ask questions and wanted to post your deals, and I just, my iPad was just acting up this morning, so I had to update the iPad, and then was able to now got it going again, so it's good. So I want to take some time. I actually asked my wife to give me some time so I can get back on and actually add some real value to you guys and at least help you guys out with some of your deals. And she was okay with it. So I just want to take some time and to do that for you guys. So, and I feel so bad because, like I said, the channel wouldn't be where it's at right now if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much. So I just want to be able to do something. Well, since there's 3 of us, 4 of us, let's just have a conversation. So if you guys don't mind, let's just go ahead and freestyle. So feel free to ask any question you want. So anyways, one of the subscriber, I guess I can start doing like a little story tell. One of the subscriber have asked me, how did I met my wife? And the story is that it's a pretty funny story. The story is that at the time, her friend, some of her friend was also my friend, and so mutual friend, and we went out to go crabbing, right? To go crabbing, and that's how I met her. Is that crabbing? I was so shy. It was dark at night, and it was dark at night, and then I would start talking to her. I was just so shy, and then we started, talking a little bit back and forth, and then after that, then we start to go ahead and start hanging out one-on-one, and how I got her. You guys won't believe this, man. So how I got her was at the time I was dating. At the time I was trying to. At the time when I was talking to her, and when we were just hanging out, I would sing I would sing all the time, and every single song that I sing, I put her name in it. We like the same music, but obviously personality-wise, we're very, very different. I was really shy, but for some reason, she was okay with my shyness, because she wanted. I guess what she said was she saw inside of me that I was a good guy. That I wasn't that I was more of a guy that wants to kind of settle down or whatever it is. I don't even know, man. At the time I was 18. So, anyways, and that's how I met my wife. And then once we start dating, within like a month in of dating, I was driving her home, and I was driving this, and I was driving this old car, and it wasn't even my car. It was my parents' car. They bought it. And that car couldn't go past like 30 or 35. If you really push on the gas, it wouldn't go more than that. It takes a long time for it to pick up, and if it does, the smoke's starting to come up. So I was driving her everywhere we go. I had to take an inner route, no freeway, and yeah. So, and I remember it was like a month or a month and a half in. My wife and I was driving her home. We both look at each other, and at this time we're like 18. We both look at each other, and we said, "No kids. We're gonna spend our teen life, our 20, and we are going to work hard, and we're gonna stay focused on our goal, where we want to be in life. The goal at the time was to." The goal at the time was to sacrifice whatever is necessary and required of us, work hard, grind, and get rich and retire young, right? We get rich and retire young. That was the goal. We didn't want to. And at the time, man, I just lost my job, and actually, I haven't lost my job yet. After 3 months in, then when we start dating, then I start goofing off even more. Then I lost my job. But at the time, I was making, oh man, like $9.50. Christopher, happy Saturday. Eric, happy Saturday. We got 5. Can I get 5 thumbs up? If you guys enjoy the story, then smash that thumbs up for me. But I was making like $9.50, and same with her. And our goal at the time was, we both looked. That's what we said, and get rich, retire young. We didn't want to work until we're like 65 or 70. And at the time, when we say that kind of things, to us it was a fantasy. It wasn't, it wasn't even something that we could. It wasn't even something that I could. I don't know. It wasn't even something that I could believe that it could be a reality. To me, it's more of a fantasy. My wife has a more, her goal. She has bigger goals, bigger dreams. So she has more of a belief and a faith than I did. I was just saying it because I was just pretty much following her, whatever makes her happy. So, and then that's exactly what we did. We put our head down, we work, we grind, we distance our friend, because now it just becomes so different because now we're so much goal driven in our future. We want a better future. We didn't want to, and we're so much goal driven as in financially and where we want to be, right? And it was just so off from our friends and from our family. So I distanced my family. We distanced our friend. And for like 5 or 6 years, we didn't hang out with anybody. It was just me and my wife. We work, we come home, we work, we come home, we work, we come home. And I tell you guys, at that time, I mean, looking back now, I really don't know how, like, if I were to go back, I don't know if I could do it. But when we were going through that, it was so natural. Like, it was so natural to us that it was hard, but it wasn't, what's the word? It was hard, but it wasn't something that it was hard, but it wasn't out of line. I don't know if I make sense, but it was so natural to us that we're willing to make all the sacrifice, and it just kind of flowed because we were so into her and I and we want to push away all the negative, my family. And I remember, if you guys follow my channel, you know I moved in with her because right when I got fired, my mom told me that I wasn't going to be anything, that I was going to be a labor worker forever, and now she can't go to her friend and show off or say whatever, right? Hey, my kid, he's a dropout, now he's working at a regular job, and I was actually moved in with the wife, living at a mobile home park in a little shack, 11 by 11. We came back. I came back and I measured it, right? I came back and I measured because one day my wife and I was talking, and her brother now lived there, and we would drive there. Sometimes we go there and we eat and hang out with them, and we were looking at it, and I said, you know what, Lon, let's go in and measure it and see how big it was. But man, it was just enough to put our bed, a little TV, and I remember we had a VCR box. There's right now, I mean, there's no VCR, but we have those those cardboard box where they put the VCR in. That's our eating table, and we lived there for 5 years. Even once we started making money, my wife didn't want to move out and didn't want to pay rent. She wants to take all the money saved, and she said the day that I'm going to move out of here is I'm going to move into a house, not an apartment. And and before even that become a reality, that was her goal. So that was her goal. And man, I was like, I even remember, she's telling me, she said, hey, Khang, I want a new house. I want to have a lot of bathroom because we were, in a little shack. There's no bathrooms, no windows. It was just all four wall with the door. And, and I remember every single night when we're sleeping, we would hear rats running around, so if you guys follow my channel, I did do a video on that where I went back there and show you guys what the shack looks like. But every single, every winter, every winter was bad because, her mom obviously she's working, only making, $7.50. So everything is about saving every little bit. It's about saving, electricity save, don't want to use it. So what we did was we had to run a power core, right? Run a power core from the trailer all the way out to the shack. And we have this little wall heater, just a real small one. But every single time when my wife and I, when we both leave for work, whoever's last, we'll have to unplug it. And then when we come back home, we'll plug it in. And man, I'll tell you guys, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for it to warm up. And every single night I will get off. So my job, I start about 1:30. And I come home. It takes me half an hour to get there. And at the time, my wife and I, we see each other maybe like 1 or 2 hours. When I get home, then we spend some time together, watch a movie or whatever it is. And then the next day, do it all over again. So we see each other maybe like 1 or 2 hours a day, and we did that for like a couple years. Obviously, the weekend, we go out and we hang out, and we spent all that time with each other. But I remember every single winter time, every night when I come home, my wife and I would wrap ourselves in a blanket and we would cuddle up and we would plug the heater in, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to heat up the room. And man, I tell you guys, and it was tough. It was really, really tough. And I tell you guys, what is the one thing that all of a sudden shift and really all of a sudden just all of a sudden our life just changed. And I'll share with you guys that thing right now. And still up to today, I think that is the thing that really just bring us more and more and more blessing. And that is one day. And you guys got to understand, at this time, I just started this new job. So I lost my job. My wife and I had a little bit. So before this, I got into a car accident. So the insurance was able to give me back some money, and it was like $2,000 or something. I lost my job, and I couldn't find a job for 6 months. And the reason why I couldn't find a job for 6 months, because I wasn't the person I am today. I was super insecure. Any job, I just turned down. Any job, if I have to work out outside in the sun, I said, it's like, to me at the time, I was so insecure and just so shy that my work environment could only be 3 or 4 people. And if it's more than that, I get nervous. My palms were like, I couldn't operate. It's just really, really weird. And I was physically insecure about myself, just about the look, just about myself. And so to be honest, I really don't know why my wife was kind of attracted to that. But where was I? So I'll share with you guys the key that really shifted everything, because at the time, my wife, she puts on her goal. She wrote it down and kind of slapped it on the wall. And at the time, we didn't know that we're actually doing The Secret. We didn't know that we're actually doing the Secret. You know, what's called a movie, The Secret. We didn't know that we're actually doing that. We're actually putting our what we want here onto paper and then put it on there, and then she would envision it. And man, if my wife would have kept all the calendar, I can't even show you guys. So she has a calendar, and every single of my paycheck, she would write it down. Every single paycheck, she would write it down, how much we save. And after all of our spending, we didn't have any bills, no credit cards, no nothing like that. You know, my car, so we didn't have any. I think we bought our Honda for like $7,000 or something. So beside the car payment or insurance, we didn't have any credit card bill. So our whole thing was, after all expenses is paid, that we have $50 to spend on each other. Or I'm sorry, $50 to spend together. All right, in a month, $50 to spend whatever we want to do. And I remember one time when my wife and I went to eat pho on my payday. Right, we only go out and eat on payday, and we went out to eat pho. If for those of you who don't know pho it's one of my favorite things to eat. I can eat it 7 days a week. Pho is my favorite dishes. It's a bowl of noodle soup, and it's about $7. It's at the time, I think it's more like $6 or $7. And I wanted to order extra. I wanted to order spring roll, and the spring roll is about $2 or so, right? $2 or so. And my wife said no. My wife said no. You can't have it. And I said, what? She said, Khang, don't eat the spring roll now, but I promise you that you can eat all the spring roll you want in the future. She said that we don't have that in our budget. So she said, Khang, just eat your pho, but we can't order a dessert, or we can't have that spring roll. But I promise you, in the future, you can have all the spring roll you want. And I was like, oh my God. But anyways, the reason why I want to share that with you guys, because at the time, my wife said to me that she wants to move into a house. She wants lots of bathroom, because there were so many siblings living in that mobile home park. Even every single time when she wants to go shower or use the bathroom, or one of us, whatever, it's like wait in line. We have to drive to the mall, or we have to drive to the store to go use the bathroom. So she said, hey, when we're going to get a house, I want lots of bathroom. And she said, I want it brand new. I want it, she wants it close to town, so it's more expensive. I said, Lon, there's no way, with the way that you're making and I'm making, we're both making $8.50. How are we going to afford something like that? And obviously, at the time, you guys, I know nothing about real estate market. I just know it's expensive, all right? I just know it's expensive. So you guys, whatever you want to buy or get, make sure you go there, do your research, figure out how much it is. Put it on your board, put it on your vision board, so that way you know the price. So for me, it's like, I don't know. I just think it's expensive. But that's what she puts on. And I'll share with you guys one key that really changes our whole life. And I don't know how it changed. It's God, it's the universe, it's magic. I don't know how to explain it, because my wife and I are just, ordinary people with average mindset, high school dropout, not intelligent, not smart. And I'll tell you one thing, is that to have extraordinary life, you must think and operate extraordinary. So everything that you do and you think that other people can do, like, so let me tell you this. So, okay, so I'm going to share that one thing with you guys. And that is one day I came home, I was coming home from work. And at that time, my wife and I was all about like, we didn't felt blessed, right? We didn't felt blessed, right? We didn't feel sour, right? We didn't feel sour. We didn't go around and hating life or anything like that. But we didn't feel blessed or grateful for what we got. One day I was coming home from work. It was 10 o'clock. And I came in the door. I saw my wife was sitting on the bed and she was just crying. She was just tear up crying. You guys, let me know if this is boring or not. Because if it's boring, then I can stop. Joel, what up? Happy Saturday. Marcus, happy Saturday. Christopher Woods, happy Saturday. Rosevet, happy Saturday. Let me know. My girlfriend loves Funa? Eric Funa? I don't know what that is. Tuna? You guys, let me know if this is boring or not. If this is boring, then we can, then we can stop. But if it's not, then I can definitely tell you guys a little bit more. Hudson, happy Saturday. Shell, if I can't pronounce your first name, I'll just say the last one. Shell, happy Saturday. Okay, keep going, man. Okay. So I came in the door. My wife was sitting on the bed, and she was watching Feed the Children. These are kids from Africa that has no water, whatever it is. And man, see, telling you guys, if you guys were here, you guys would see that I have goosebumps because it's so vivid. It felt like it was yesterday. And man, so I came in, I saw her, and I looked at her, and she was just crying. I said, Lon, what is wrong with you? I said, Lon, what's wrong with you? She said, Khang, we're so blessed. We have everything. And, we have everything. Look at these kids. And that's the day where my wife and I said that, hey, you know what? We're going to donate X amount of dollar. And I think we started out with $10 per month. So every month we'll send out $10. We still make the commitment to today. Today we're up to about, I think about $500 to $1,000 a month to that charity by itself. We have other charity that we do. But that's the day. I don't know what it is, you guys. I don't know what it is. But that's what I mean by extraordinary. And I'm not telling you guys that my wife and I are extraordinary. Please don't think like that. We're just average, normal. But I'm saying things that you do has to be somewhat different from other people. When you decide to give, when you are tight with your money and you decide to give, that is more than people that have a lot of money. So basically, let's just say $100 to you was a lot. And you give $1 of $100, it's more than people that give $100 and they make 10 or 1,000 or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So when you give away what's so much to you, it just means a lot. So, anyways, we decided, we say, hey, you know what? Every single month we'll donate $10 to this charity, and we'll make a promise to God, to the universe, that the more blessed that we get, the more that we're going to compound and donate and donate and donate. And every day I said, hey, if God bless us with, then we will in return do it right back. And right now, just with that charity, and that's exactly what we continue doing. And you guys, the day that we did that, man, the day that we did that, things just really started to happen. And I can't explain it. But as day go by, you just don't see anything happens, but everything happens in the background. So whatever it is that you want or achieve or whatever it is, just you got to have the faith and the belief to keep going, to keep doing the right thing. Even though it's hard to give up, to stop doing it. But that's what faith is. Faith is believing in the invisible, and to take that step, even, and then that's quote come from Martin Luther King. It's take that first step, even if you don't see the whole staircase. Now that is extraordinary. All right. That's what extraordinary people or mindset do. because if you know, it's so easy for someone to, you know, if you can see it, it's so easy for you to do it. But for those who cannot see and keep on doing it, that is extraordinary. So I mean, then you guys, after like 4 or 5 months, I can't remember, or 6 months. So she was working, and I will show you guys his pictures, man. Since I got my phone free, I'll be able to show you guys picture. Here goes. So like 5 or 6 months later, she was, you know, my wife was working for this guy. He's Korean, and he has this little kiosk in the mall that sells beauty product, hair extension, hair straighteners, combs, accessory, whatever it is. And he was trying to go too big, too quick. And then all of a sudden one day, he called my wife up and said, hey, I want to sell you the shop, because she was the best of the best. She was the best of the best, and not just that, but there were days that she was off work or she was in there shopping or walking around, hanging out with her friend. He would ask her to come and help out, and she would make him so much sales. He has about 4 or 6 stands, but she was the one that was make the most sell, and she was the one that willing to be able to do and come in whatever time that he needed without asking for pay. And you guys gotta understand that time my wife and I needed money so bad, and this guy, so he ran into a situation. So he ran into a situation where he was tight with money, and my wife, it was time for her to get her bonus, and I think it was like $400 or $500. And he told her that he couldn't pay her this month. Could he do it next month? And she said, Steve, it's okay. I understand what you're going through. You can have it. You can have it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys. Most people, what it is they ask for more, right? They ask for more before they can deliver. Right? They ask for more than what they can deliver. But what I'm telling you guys is that extraordinary people, they deliver, and then everything else will come. And at the time, to be honest with you, my wife and I, like I said, we're both personality-wise, we're different when it comes to treating people, how we want to be treated, how we want to treat other people in business, in life, whatever it is, or goal, or everything. We're on the same page. So I didn't have any problem, right? I didn't have any problem. So because of that thing we did, he decided, and we didn't know, we weren't prepared for this. We were just working and saving our money for our house. That's it. And one day, he called her and said, hey, you know what, Lon, I want to sell the shop, and the person I want to sell it to is you. Actually, before that, she was so good. This is what, and my wife, man, so he said that, hey, you know, would you manage it? Would you be my manager and manage these booths for me? Because she was so good at it. And she said, no, she said, no, I would not do that. She said, no, I would not do that. So anyway, so he called her up and said, hey, you know what? I am ready to, you know, I gotta sell these because I'm going down, and I gotta sell this. And the person that I want to sell to is you, because he felt like he owed us something. So anyways, we bought over the kiosk in the mall, and that's where we start. And I think at the time we're about 20 or so, and that's when we start our little small business. And man, I was working from one full-time job, and now I have another full-time job. We're working 7 days a week. When I get off of the other job, I'll go into the mall and I'll help her out. On a Black Friday, man, I was pulling 20 something hours, almost 24 hours. Every single Black Friday. That's exactly what I do, because that's the hottest day where you can make a lot of money selling. And if you guys follow my channel, you know that it took me so much to be able to go in there and actually sell hair products. And I remember standing, you guys won't believe it, I gotta show you guys a picture. I wish I have video, but at the time, my wife and I, we had like this little flip phone. It's really funny. But I was standing in the middle of the mall, and then random girls would go by. You gotta know that I was so insecure, so shy, but I had to do it. I had to do it for us, right? I had to do it. So I gotta take one for the team. But the first day when I was at the mall, in the middle of the mall, and the girls go by, and my job is to go up to them and ask them if they want to sit down and get their hair done. And that's how you sell these products. These products don't sell itself. You have to sell the products, right? You have to get people down, sit down, you have to test it, you have to put on their hair, you got to make it look pretty, you got to start complimenting them, etc. And that's where I got a lot of my sales skills that helps me merge into real estate and got me a little bit more comfortable talking to seller. But even when I got into real estate, the business of real estate, it's a total different beast, right? You got to learn different ways to talk to seller, and you got to learn the term, etc. So it's different, but it got me, it got my confidence up and etc. So it was easier for me to handle rejection. I remember sitting, pounding the phone, calling Craigslist. I was getting a no, a scream, a yell. We sent out postcard. They calling back, cussing, F-bomb, you name it. I've heard it all, and to me, it just boom, it just bounced off because I was so used to it already in the mall. When all I'm asking is random girls go by and they say no, 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 no. But I remember my first rejection because I never asked people because I'm so shy to even ask people. But my first rejection, I asked this girl and she said no. My heart just boom, my heart just dropped. All of my everything I got was just like gone. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. All of a sudden, I couldn't even hold it in. Tears just start coming down. Tears was just falling down my eyes. I just couldn't even hold it in. Like, you know how when you cry, I couldn't even stop crying. I couldn't even stop. I grabbed my keys, I just took off, and as I was driving home, there's a lot of things that come in my head, and I said, I don't know why I'm with this girl. I don't know why she makes me do something I don't want to do. I would never make, her doing something she don't want to do. And I came home and we cried, and she said, well, Khang, you got to man up, and for us to have a different life, you must change. She said that you must change who you are for us to have a better life, because if you don't change, nothing will change. So anyways, I suck it up, and then I suck it up, and it's just hard, but day by day, it's just gotten better. Day by day, it's just gotten better. But I'm telling you, when you go through it, it's just so hard. Now, looking back, it's like a story, but when you're doing it every single day and you don't see any results, it's tough. It's tough to keep that faith and to keep that belief and that fire and just keep on going at your goals and going at your dreams, to keep on going, believing that someday it will happen. And if you keep going, it must happen. I'm telling you, it must happen. It's just a matter of time. It's not that it won't. It's just a matter of time. And can you sustain it? Right? Can you sustain, and can you keep going? And that separates the winner and the winner and the loser, which means the one that achieve their goal and the one that don't. Because the one that keep the faith, keep the belief, and keep that fire in them, and just keep going, when everything around them just goes against them completely. Every single day, you're going at it and you see no results. You plant the seed, so just like it is, you guys, you take a seed, you plant it. You water that seed. You take a carrot seed, you plant it. You take a potato seed, you plant it. What's going to grow? You guys, it got to be exact same thing. You plant a carrot, it got to be carrots. You plant potato, it got to be potato. You plant apples, it got to be apples. It cannot, you plant apple seed, it cannot be oranges. But you must go through the days of watering it. It got to get sunlight. It got to get amount of water. It takes time. So a lot of times when people go into business and they give up, it's because of time. Time is because every single day you don't see anything, right? On the surface, you don't see anything. But under the surface, it's taking roots, right? It's taking roots, but on the surface, you don't see anything. You don't see nothing happening, right? So, and it's hard for normal people, I'm telling you guys, it's hard for normal people to keep going because they can't see it. It's hard for normal people to do that. But if you are extraordinary, if you do want that, like you said you do, then you just keep going no matter what. And long story short, you guys, but that's here. Now looking back, you can only connect the dot by looking back. And you must, to me, I believe everything happens for a reason. So even when something bad happens, you must try to look in a positive way, even if it's hard. Normal people cannot do it. But extraordinary people, to achieve greatness, then you can. Okay? And that's what separates the people that made it and the people that don't, because the way that they look at things and see things are completely different. All right? Anyways, you guys, there it is. That's the story. But that's just, but man, over the years, gosh, man, it's, anyways, let's give you guys a couple shout out here. St. Nicholas, pay week. That's right. Yeah, we had a good pay week. Happy Saturday, Germany. Happy Saturday. I'm sorry. Happy Saturday. It's tough. I'm there now. Yeah, Jeremy, it is tough, man. It is tough. But you got to understand that you're not normal. You can push through this, and to achieve greatness and to achieve that goal or wherever you want, that financial freedom, wherever place that you want to be in life, it's going to take hard work. You guys, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. It's going to take hard work. But Jeremy, just stay focused, and try to surround yourself with positive and good people. If you can't, just distance everybody. All right, but surround yourself. Don't surround yourself by negative people. You're already in a situation. It's hard to be positive, right? It's hard to be positive. So you need people to push you. A lot of times you don't believe in yourself, but it takes one person, that person, to believe in you. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that person will push you because they said, "Hey, I believed in you, that you can do it." Even though at the time you don't believe in yourself. But maybe the word coming from someone else that you respect or admire or whatever it is, all of a sudden it just lit the fuel. It just lit up the lights inside of you, and you just, boom, you just like, yep, I got it. And you wake up every day and say, yes, I got to do this. I must do this because this is what I want. And when I get there, man, it's going to feel so good. And a lot of times, you guys, when you are in a bad situation, don't dwell on it. But you got to recognize, right? Recognize, don't dwell on it, and you got to let it go. But you must recognize. Don't be naive and not recognizing it, right? Yes, I got into a bad situation, but you know what? Look at what could be. So look at what could be instead of what it is, right? Oh, man, I'm like $10,000 in debt right now. I'm credit calls, all my bills. But look what could be. Man, if I learn how to do this business, if I learn how to do this business, right? If I learn how to do this business, man, that first deal, it could be $10,000. It could be $20,000. It could be $5,000. That could have solved half of my problem, right? So look at what could be and not what it is. But recognize what it is. If you are in debt, if you have credit card bills, you got to look at what it is. What did I did wrong to put myself in this position? Don't be naive and just finalize like, oh, this bill's going to go away. No, you got to recognize it, saying, okay, well, you know what? I spent too much. I was out partying and spending. I got to budget my spending. I got to take care of my spending. And then how do I eliminate this, right? And you got to recognize it, and then all of a sudden shift your attention on what could be, because what could be is what's going to push you beside your why. What could be, right? Because it lifts you up. It just doesn't. Because if you stare at your debt, what is it going to do? It's not going to push you. It's not going to be like, yeah, woo, woo. It's not going to put you in a positive vibe. It's going to put you in a negative vibe where you don't want to do anything. You just want to go to sleep. You just don't want to wake up. You don't want to deal with the world. You just want to be done, right? But when you look at what could be, as in your potential of what you could do, what you could be, that's what's going to push you forward. Remember, you guys, in this business, it only takes one good deal. Let me tell you that again. It only takes one good deal for you to flip your whole financial situation around. So keep pushing and keep going. That one deal could be that one phone call. Could be tomorrow. Could be the next day. But if you give up today and won't keep on pushing, then all that's going to go away. Okay? Oh, my God. Okay, you guys, sorry for all that. Hustling weather. Happy Saturday. That was awesome. I'm seriously in the push. Keep pushing. You can do it. You guys can do it. Man, if Khang, if I can do it, you can do it. If you hang out with my wife and I, you will know how average we are. People say you got to be good at number when you get into real estate. I got to use a calculator, man. I got to use a calculator. Now, the only thing that got going from my wife and I is the hard work and willing to stay focused and willing to sacrifice what is necessary and required of us to achieve our goal. Obviously morally, you don't want to step on anybody's toe, etc. There's many deals where I don't share with you guys where I actually give sellers back their money. Because my whole thing is, as long as we make money, I don't go back and I don't renegotiate with the seller. I just take whatever our profit is. Even if the buyer reduce, I don't go back and try to renegotiate with the seller and take less money. One of the renter that we just closed on a deal, the sellers already help them out, but we're going to give them another $1,000 and give them all their deposit back. That's what I told the buyer, all their deposit back, and we're going to give them an extra $1,000 to move into their new place. There were sellers where I sent them back a check for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 because I understand in this business, it's unlimited. Once you know how to do it, it's unlimited. And for these people that don't know and don't know how to do it, that's their last little, that's their last little money. So if we can keep on creating, then I don't really, then I don't want to worry about the small, the small stuff. And you guys, I do have a stutter problem. I sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it's okay. Sean Johnson, please keep talking about direct mail budget is the biggest concern for wholesale. Sean, direct mail budget. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. But start slow with your budget. Don't go and take everything you got and dump into direct mail. First, you got Sean. First, you got to know, are you good with talking with seller? All right, you got to understand that, because when you throw out a bunch of marketing, you get all these calls coming in, and you can't handle the call, and you're not good at talking to seller. You're just gonna lose leads. You're gonna lose deals. All right. So make sure that you are good with sellers. Seller calls in, you know how to talk to them, etc. So once you are good and comfortable with that, then send out your marketing. But make sure that you are persistent, and also too, it's consistent. So if you have $1,000 to spend a month on marketing, take the $1,000, buy your list, and then divide it by 4. Tell your marketing company, divide it by 4, so that way it goes out every single week. So that way you don't have a bunch of incoming call like Khang did when he first started out, because he didn't know. He get a bunch of call coming in, and he couldn't even handle. He lost leads everywhere, right? And then I couldn't return the call. I couldn't follow up because I lose track of everything. And and then so you got to make sure. So basically, you want a consistent call. You want a consistent. I don't know why I did. You want a consistent call, so it doesn't overload you, all right? It doesn't overload you. Because I was sending out a bunch. I was sending out $1,000 at the beginning of the month. I get a bunch of calls for like a week and a half to 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks it won't go out again. So I got like no calls. So I was there like, what am I gonna do? So make sure consistent and divide it up. Top 10. Hey Khang, what up? Oh man, I don't even have my water with me, my tea. Nicole Austin. Happy Saturday. When you begin wholesaling, how long did it take you to earn the annual salary you were making at the mall as a wholesaler? So, Nicole Austin, I actually started out as fix and flip, all right? And then we merged into wholesale. All right, you guys, that's a signal that I gotta end. That's the signal that I gotta end. We gotta go somewhere. So, but I want to say thank you so much for you guys. Answer your question is that I actually started out fix and flip, and then I merged into, and then I just merged it, and I fix and flip for about 3 years. I did the whole, you guys, I even went, I'll show you guys a picture next time. I even did a little subdivide where I bought a duplex, and then we subdivided the land and etc. I got myself in like a bunch of crazy mess. So anyways, you guys, Upa, happy Saturday. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your thank you so much for taking your time to listen to that long stories. But take care, you guys, and for those of you, just keep pushing, keep going, and I promise you, you're gonna get there as well. Take care, you guys. Bye. Have a great Saturday. If you guys are interested in wholesaling houses, boom, smash the subscribe button. If you do enjoy this video, if it does add value, then don't be shy, you guys, and don't forget, smash that thumbs up for me. Take care. Bye.